Good morning, folks. This is Longshot here with another statue review. Today I'm very excited to bring to you by Sideshow Collectibles the new Spider-Man premium format statue exclusive. Displayed in front of you is the very first appearance of Spider-Man in the Amazing Fantasy number 15 I believe from 1962. Here is where it all got started. In the very first appearance of Spider-Man, which was Amazing Fantasy, was actually Stan Lee was actually going to get rid of. This was one of those magazines that was kind of like on the way out. And much like a lot of video games, when video game systems transition, the games from the previous system usually wind up being extremely hard to get because most of the times the companies are overmaking the games for the new system. But in this case, with comic books, the same basic premise can be applied here, where an old magazine's being phased out. He figured he would throw this in there in an interview with Stan Lee when he was talking about Spider-Man. So they put him, his first appearance, in the Amazing Fantasy number 15. And without further ado, ta-da! The brand new Spider-Man premium format. Now, Sideshow has a bad habit of continuously making repeat statues of popular characters because of the profit margin. And I am guilty of this myself. You know, at first I wasn't going to pick this up. I was going to pick up the black costume Spider-Man. But then after a while, as much as I love that piece, I wasn't able to get my hands on it for the price point that I was willing to pay. So I wound up getting this piece at cost. I was lucky enough to know someone that had it, that didn't want it, and I picked it up, and well, here it is. Now, this one, the exclusive part of it is the exclusive face sculpt, which really isn't that much of a difference. Nothing really to go crazy over. It's just him squinting, but it's in conjunction with him throwing his web swing. Now, this is also an exclusive part. Good detail on the webbing. It's nice, but the regular edition is just without the webbing, so you could always add the webbing later if you'd like to. This piece really is cool. It's number 1626 out of 2500. A reasonable edition size considering the character. Overall, this piece is pretty badass. Is it my favorite piece? That's not necessarily true. I really like the original Comiket. And here's another thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys while I pan over this masterpiece of the statue, is that the original Comiket, this is 1/4 scale, but the original Comiket is bigger than this. Like Spider-Man's, his Spider-Man's size is bigger. It was almost up to par with the Rhino Comiket, and they're not to scale in real life. That's ridiculous. It was so stupid. But the thing with Sideshow is Sideshow loves to make characters, the same character statues 1,500 times, like the Wolverine, Spider-Man's, they redo Sabretooth, they'll redo, a bunch of other characters before they'll do 16 different variations of Batman before they'll make a new character that they haven't made. Now, the one thing that really sets this statue apart from the Comiket and from the original premium format is this base right here. The thing that really pops out is the fact that these things, it's in mid-explosion. The girder from the bridge or the construction site is exploding from an attack from the Green Goblin. You could tell because his pumpkin bombs are about to explode. They're in mid-explosion, and it's got good ashes from the fire, from the smoke, from all the brimstone, everything coming out to fruition, coming out to light. Even from the paint, this is melting as it's happening, and Spider-Man's getting out of the way. Spider-Man's getting real good. Let me get some close-up of the detail. He's getting out of the way. That's what makes this piece special. I'll be honest, it makes it special because it's moving. And anybody that knows me knows I hate museum poses with a bloodlust passion. I can't fucking stand it when I see a statue just sitting there. Doesn't show the character's dynamic at all. Doesn't show that character's abilities. Doesn't show that character in the way that they should be. It's bullshit. This shows Spider-Man the way that he should be displayed. In action, very agile, in mid-motion. It's a strong piece. It's definitely a piece worth getting, especially if you missed out on the other 1,500 versions of Spider-Man. J. Scott Campbell, the original PF, and the Spider-Man Comiquette. This is definitely something that if you missed out, you should get your hands on. Totally worth getting. Or if you're an idiot like me that has to have everything and decided to get every Spider-Man out there. You know, I am a huge Spider-Man fan, you know, so I am happy that I got this. I wish Sideshow would make other pieces. Kingpin premium format would be amazing. Maybe some other characters. Long Shot would be great for one, but they're just, you know, I guess if they don't have the popularity, they don't have the following, they're not going to do it. But maybe we should have a petition signed, right? Maybe they'll fucking do something. Instead of making it for profit, they'll make it for the fans instead. Anyway, you guys are wonderful. Please sub. Please comment. Let me know what you think of this video and this review. You guys are great. Have a good day.